Hello guys, what's going on? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to edit one of these AI generated websites using Klein. So basically, I put this website live on my laptop while I was in Italy, and it's not actually on this computer. So I'm going to show you that entire process basically. So you will need it to be on GitHub. If it's not on GitHub, you will need it on GitHub. Trust me, you don't want to go down any other path. It's not worth it. GitHub is the way to do it. So you just click code here, copy to clipboard, and then I'm going to hop on over to Visual Studio Code. Now the really cool thing about this process is Klein itself. Like I'll show you in a second, but the first thing we want to do is we want to clone it. So git clone, we'll paste this, and then we'll call this production Rolls Royce. So this is going to be my production version of this this instance, right? This project. So I'm going to open the folder here, and I'm not actually sure where that went. So I think it's in incom, and then we'll go to public. Oh, sorry, production. There we go. So select folder. Yes, I trust. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. So this is the project. I didn't realize it had Supabase inside it. I guess I already added that. So yeah, we'll just go to Klein here, and I'll say, I'll put this on plan. I'm going to say, I want to edit this project. Please first read it and understand what the project is before we start. So what this is going to do is it should read whatever directory we're in, right? So you can see it says Next.js, there we go. So it's just reading all of this stuff, etc. It's getting a good understanding of everything that's in place on the website. While it's doing that, we can actually just go back to the website because it's on vercel. I haven't launched the website yet, but it's on vercel. And we can just see, what the problems are with the website and whether it works or whether it doesn't work. So generally speaking, it looks like the website's pretty much there. I remember fixing a lot of this kind of stuff. One thing we do need to change is the colors of the text at the top. We need to add a few more images as well. So I'm just going to check how images are implemented. So we can see images are here, public images. So in order to add new images, all I have to do is just drag new images here. So let's do that first. Let's just go on Unsplash and we'll say birthday party Italy. So I've got a couple of images from the client basically who's asked for some images, some specific images. So it's this image here. Yeah, it's from WhatsApp. I don't really care about this stuff, guys. Like I want to get this site done. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to replace this one. So I'm going to right click, copy relative path, and then delete it. And then I'm going to rename this one exactly as that one was called, like that. And now there should be an edited Rolls Royce in this picture here. Oh, doesn't seem to be in the right folder. There we go. Okay, so that should be in there. If not, I'll work that out in a second. And then I'm gonna call this married couple holding hands over Rolls Royce logo .jpg, right? And then we'll get a few more images here. So there was a really good birthday party one. Maybe this one? No, that's a plus image. That's, yeah. Birthday, no, it's a celebration. People. Okay, so you can see here, I just did npm run dev. You can actually see the change is now live. And then if I push this to GitHub, it would also automatically be on the vercel website as well. That's kind of how this works, right? Okay, I don't know what's going on with Unsplash. Unsplash is not working right now, so I'll just use usage rights commercial. No, not commercial, the other one. Creative Commons. You can actually use any of these images if you didn't know. So I guess let's just look for one that makes sense for this website. It wouldn't really be a kids party. You wouldn't get a Rolls Royce for a kids party, right? It says licensable, but it's on Creative Commons. I feel like that's kind of disingenuous. Maybe just write Wikipedia because I know that I can use Wikipedia images. Okay, I'm just going to use this image because I really don't want to spend ages and ages looking for images. Unsplash is, I don't know what's going on with Unsplash at all. So I'm just going to run this SQL as well inside Supabase. This gives the table here, contact submissions, and then I'm just going to quickly test it. So we'll just go to localhost. I just need to make sure this is working. And then we're pretty much ready to go, I think. Just use this. Yeah. What? 1993, whatever. It's not even my birthday, but. Okay, so there was an error submitting the form. Okay, so it's pretty easy problem to fix. I just need to add a .env file just to make sure that this is working. I'm pretty sure it does work, but I'll just, you got to double test things. So .env. So the way that I like to do this is I like to find where it says process.env, right? And then you can just delete everything before there like that, and then delete those two, and then just put equals and save that. So we'll just go over to, I believe it's project settings inside Supabase, data API, press copy here, paste that, and then press copy here and paste that. And that should be enough to get that to work. Okay, that looks like it worked. So we'll just go here, table editor, or yeah, table editor, contact submissions, didn't appear here. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So the contact form works. I just need to update some of this contact information and change the color at the top here. And then also I need to make sure the sitemap is being created. So we'll double check that as well. And then we'll launch this entire website. So, I mean, this looks great. This looks like everything is working. Perfect. Okay, so let's hop on back over to Klein here and we'll say, can you look at the colors of the header, which right now are white on white until I scroll? Okay, and then we need to put this number here as well. So I've just said, add this phone number. Can you look at the colors? And then also I've added a few images and understand, just look at them and understand where you would put them. And then what else was on my list of things to change? Add a favicon. Okay, generate a favicon using SVG and place it in the correct way into a Next.js project. Ensure a sitemap is being generated by using next sitemap. Colors, everything's fine, perfect. So yeah, this is pretty much ready to go. So we'll just say this. This is like the final stage before we launch the website. So this is very, very exciting. While that's doing that, I will just, continue to click around on things. This is how I recommend you check that everything is working. So Kumbliani is birthdays, perfect. That works really well. I honestly, I couldn't have made a better website if I had tried. So the contact works. This newsletter probably doesn't work. I might just add to this because there's no reason why not to have a newsletter, I suppose. Overall, I think every page works. Oh, this needs changing. Yeah, we need to change this email as well. Okay, so this is now, basically finished the planning stage. You can see, so it's found the error with the white on white. It says it will add the new phone number. It says it will place new images. It says it will generate SVG favicon and implement sitemap generation. That is pretty much everything that I need to be completed, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press act, okay? And the really cool thing, oh wait, I forgot to change the email. Whatever, I'll just do that after. Well, the really cool thing about this, right, is as soon as I push this update live, it would be on my live website, right, if I had a domain. So right now, when I push to GitHub, it'll go to this domain, which is the vercel domain, right? But the only reason that that's the case is because I haven't actually connected the domain yet from my old boss. I did try and tell him to let me buy the domain just because it makes my life like 100 times easier, but he's always been very firm on the kind of control of his assets, which is totally fair enough. I understand that. But yeah, it would have made my life a lot easier if I could have just bought it on vercel, but unfortunately that wasn't an option in this case. So let's see here. There we go. You can see this has now been updated. So now it, oh my God, that's so cool that you can do that. That's so epic. So let's just refresh and we should see some more changes. So this should now be the correct number, for example. Let's see how it's getting on. So I think it will struggle with the whole creating an SVG image. But yeah, I want to update these two images here as well. I thought that it would do that automatically, but so if you want to see the favicon that it creates, you can just go to wait, let me just run that command. You can go to, I'm just going to stop that process. Favicon.ico, no, it should be here somewhere. Should be in public. Public favicon. If you want to see, oh, you can actually see it here. I mean, that's fine by me. It could be a little bit more centered. But yeah, I mean, that's fine, just as a temporary favicon, I guess. It never seems to render it properly. I'm not sure what the actual issue with that is, but we'll see in a minute. So we'll go back to Klein here. It says that everything's done. It didn't actually change the homepage images, so I'll just say, can you change the homepage images used in the second section to reflect the new images I gave you? Also change the email to info at, and then I'll just get the email. Okay, so there we go. So I'm now changing the home page images used and changing the email to info at rollsroycerent.it. Also, actually, I might just add the privacy policy pages myself. No, I'll see if we can do it. Also, add a privacy policy page that covers us. Also, terms and conditions. Also, what's the other pages? We can do an about us page, I guess. Privacy policy. What am I missing? There's something else here. Sitemap, case studies, terms of service, privacy policy. I've got everything, I think, here. Privacy policy, terms of service. Also, maybe 404. Also, make a proper 404 page with a link back to the home page. Website content, media, calls to action, terms and conditions. It's that one, terms of service. And sorry, you can hear it banging, guys. You probably can't because I've got crisp AI, but 404 with a link back to the homepage and a terms of service page as well. Thank you. So these aren't necessarily going to be like proper legal pages, but you know they'll give a basic. They'll do something basic. So it's doing everything in Italian as well, just so you know. So it will take a little bit of time. Okay, perfect. Look, that's great. So we've got happy birthday, we've got weddings, and we've got private parties, which is also a wedding. This might need changing, but I just don't have the energy right now. I just want to get this out. The website, I mean. I mean, overall, this is looking great. It's got really good SEO baits into it. There you go. There's the favicon as well. Beautiful. Looks very professional in my opinion. It's got all of the pages you could ever dream of for a website like this. So like it's got birthdays in Montoro. So hire a Rolls Royce for oh wait, it's got Rolls Royce twice. Elegant Rolls Royce for luxury Rolls Royce for birthday. That doesn't even make sense. I just realized it doesn't even make sense. Jesus. Luxury, luxury. Come on, Claude, you must be trolling me here. What is this? I might just see how this ranks, honestly. I'm just curious. It definitely needs a bit of editing. Like, okay, this is better. So something's obviously just gone wrong here. It looks like it's because it's already got the word luxury in. Yeah, it's luxury Rolls Royce for birthdays. Wait, which one was messed up? Oh, it's the next page on because it's our. I understand why. Okay, so yeah, this probably does need editing actually, so I will change that. But yeah, overall this looks really nice. I love this. Let's see if it's mobile friendly. So I'll just inspect this here. We'll go onto mobile. Yeah, it's mobile friendly as well. Beautiful. Look at that. Is there a contact now, book now button? Contact page. They should just ring that number ideally. That's, oh my God, 7 days a week. Oh, the poor person who's going to have to man this phone for my old boss. Jesus. Okay, I really like this website. I wouldn't have been able to make it better than this on my own. Klein has just done everything here as well. Okay, so this is where the this is where the website sits, right? Again, I wish he had just let me do it, but yeah. So I'm gonna have to change the names, servers, and everything inside here. So we'll try and work out how to do this. This is honestly a nightmare. I hate this stuff because every website has it different, and this is an Italian website, so I just know already this is going to be super complicated. But effectively, what we have to do is we have to manage the DNS and we have to point it towards vercel, right? Because vercel is where we're hosting it. So the way that we do that is we edit these details here. So let's go over to vercel and we'll click the little triangle top left, go to domains, transfer in, right? It does have an authorization code, so that might make our lives a little bit easier. Let's just go back here. Okay, so I might actually just be able to do this like that. Okay, so vercel doesn't support that kind of domain. Very annoying. Okay, so yeah, what you do is you go to the actual project, and then I'll show you what I did. You click domains on the actual project, add, put your domain here, and then just press OK. So now what we need to do is we need to change the A record and the name servers on Aruba. So we'll go to manage DNS here. That was like a 20-second load. I'm not even kidding. So set the following record on your DNS provider. I hate this stuff, honestly. So this is the first one here. It's this one. So edit. And then let's put this to this and press edit. And then we'll do the name server. So we need to change the name server. Why are there 42 rows? Are you joking? It's not the C name, is it? God, I hate this kind of stuff, honestly. Is this right? No. Name server, right, perfect. Okay, replace record, next. God, enter host name, that one, and that one. Optional, perfect, continue. I don't even know, let's just, whatever, replace. Okay. And then CNAME needs to go to this. So CNAME www, CNAME vercel. This one. Do we have to have both? I don't know if we need both, but I'll just trust in vercel. This should already be done. Okay, let's refresh this. This will take a bit of time, I would guess, to propagate. Is there a save button? Is that saved? Like, what do you mean other records may not work properly? Well, that's not good enough, is it? I think that's pretty much it. I believe this just needs to update, so we'll give it a bit of time. Okay, so now this is done. As you can see, Rolls-Royce rent.it, Rolls-Royce rent.it, generating an SSL certificate at the moment. This should now actually be live, right? So I'll just show this entire process. Rolls-Royce rent.it. Okay, so it's pretty much there. It just needs to finish the whatever it's doing. Okay, it should actually be working now. No. Okay, I want to show you it before it's ready, and also how it works after that. So we'll just wait a little bit longer for this to load. It should be under 5 minutes, I would guess. Okay, so let's do it this way, right? Let's open up the current website, right? This is the vercel link. You can see it's white here. these links at the bottom do not work, right? And these images are the old images, right? So let's just watch this process, because this is where it gets super interesting, right? Push these changes to my GitHub. Thanks. Right? So imagine you didn't have any coding experience. Actually, there's a couple of things we need to do before we push it to GitHub, but I've already told it to push it now. So we'll just let this finish. I probably should actually cancel this, but it's okay. So we'll let this push. So it's just adding the changes. There we go. Git status. There we go. And then it will push those. But there's one thing we need to do before that. So I'm just going to do npm run build, right? Because it needs to build. If it doesn't build, then it's not actually going to work on vercel. So we'll build the project first. Just run npm run build. This probably won't work. It never works first time. Point proven right there. So I'll just say before we push, we need to build the project and fix the errors. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send that to it, and I'm going to let it do that process. So it should run npm run build if Sonnet 3.7 is not an idiot, which it does. Beautiful. And then it's going to fix its own errors, right? Which is way beyond anything that bolt.new, for example, does. So look, it's identified the error for me. It's creating or changing the file according to the error, right? So it's saying, let's try to recreate the terms of service page. I'm not sure what is happening here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, perfect. Now it's running npm run build again. It keeps doing this. It's very annoying. It tries to push too quickly. Okay, so it has actually fixed it. Although there is another issue here. Sitemap generation worked, perfect. Okay, so it's actually, I've just realized now it's got the wrong URL across the entire website. So I'm just going to change that as well. So I'm going to put it on plan. We could also just do this automatically. If I do Control Shift F here, and I look for this, right? And you can see that it's mentioned across the website. So if I just copy this, it looks like, where's this getting it from? Let's just put this here, put this here, right? This just saves us using Klein when it's not really needed. I'm just replacing every instance. So here, did that have a slash on the end? No. Okay. And then with a slash and with a slash, beautiful, okay. And then these are all just the sitemap URLs that have been created, which is fine. Okay, that's good. That will have fixed that problem. And then there is another problem here, which is this. I'm not sure what's going on here. So, doesn't look like a big error though, to be honest with you. Data is not set for resolving social. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Okay, so we're actually ready. So let's just run this command here, which is the push to GitHub command, right? Oh, I didn't. Wait, hang on. I need to do that again. So I'll just say, I'll just follow the commands that they gave me before, right? So I said, help me push it. So let's just do that quickly. So we'll do git status. I need to add the changes. Oh, it doesn't need that sitemap. So I've just said push my latest changes with the sitemaps to GitHub. I hate dealing with this kind of stuff. I just never know what to do with it. So I'll just let it deal with it. So this should figure this out. Just because of the nature of Klein, like it's much more intelligent than I am. It's much better at this stuff than I am. It understands GitHub. I didn't even know that you could log like this. Obviously you can, but yeah, I wouldn't know how to log, right? So I'll just say proceed with running because it seems to have got stuck. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. We don't want the M to be pushed either. That's just common knowledge. You don't really want to add your .m to GitHub. Okay, there we go. Add those to git ignore. Perfect. Good. That means when we build the project, it will have a fresh instance of everything, especially the sitemap, which is important. This is a this will be a static website, right? Just so everybody knows. So we've now pushed that. The website is now effectively live. So if I go here, it's still not working, but it's fine. It's probably just a timing thing. It happens quite a lot. So let's go here, wrong one. Go to Rolls-Royce website, go to deployments. We should see a new deployment. It's building now. We go to the build logs. We should see a sitemap being generated here. So we'll just wait and see. I like to keep an eye on these things just to make sure that everything is being generated as it should be. And then we have now completed our obligation for this website. I will send this over to the client for confirmation. Let him take a look, see if he wants any other changes. But you can see this stuff really doesn't take a lot of time. I've generated a 120-page website, probably in less than kind of, I would say, a couple of hours, to be honest with you. But if I was just sat here doing it, I could probably do it in an hour and a half, I would guess. So let's just see. This probably won't work. Yeah, it still doesn't work. There's something wrong. Well, it's not wrong. It's just it hasn't propagated yet, basically. But I don't think the domain is set up in an incorrect way. Let's just go to the triangle here, go to domains. This should work. It can take time for them to propagate globally, yeah. So the last thing that you would want to do is Search Console, right? So we'll just go to, I'll use my income stream server email for this. So we'll just go here and I've completely forgotten how to add a new. Oh, it's here, isn't it? It's at the top. No? Oh, add property. There we go. Just forgot for a second. It's best to put it here. So it's just you just put the like this, like that. Here, you can get rid of the HTTPS and also the www. Get rid of all of that and then press continue. And then the way this works is we just copy this and we put this into vercel. So we'll just go to vercel, edit this. Go to DNS records, add a text value is this one, and then add. Okay, and then verify. Okay, that didn't work. So it looks like we have to do this in Aruba. So we'll just go to Aruba, add record, same thing, text, value. I don't think what? I don't think you do need a value there, bro. I'm pretty sure you don't. What? You don't need a value there for a text record. What is it talking about? That's crazy. I've never seen that before. I'm not surprised though, to be honest with you, that that's the thing. Let's try that again. Okay, but just so we can see kind of the way that this works, if I refresh this now, it built successfully, as you can see, and all of the changes that I asked it to make are now here. So we got the terms of service, we got the terms and conditions. These are just legal pages, right? I'm sure these are fine. We've got the changes to the homepage, you know, with the new edited image here. This would need changing, I would guess. That's probably going to be the first thing that he fucking says, but I'll just change it. It's fine. It's not a big issue. This took me around 40 minutes. So overall, the process is 1 hour build, 1 hour finish building and launch, right? I would say, which is pretty damn good. 2 hours for a website is not bad at all. I'm like 90% sure that everything is set up properly and it's ready to go. I believe the problem here is Aruba, which is an Italian provider. Nothing against Italians, but they're not, you know, the SaaSes that they produce and things are not often optimized for, you know, speed and things like that. So I'm not surprised that this is taking a while, to be honest with you. Again, this is why I wish that my old boss had just let me buy the domain because I just hate waiting for things. But yeah, I mean, the domain is connected. It's just not working yet. And I believe the Search Console is also connected. It's just not working yet. Okay, so Search Console is working, which is good. So roles, Royce rent.it. There we go. Now we just need to wait for the website to go live, which is still not happening. Okay, so we are now live with the new website. It's ready to go. All the SEO is done. This is now a complete website, right? Let's just try and go to sitemap. There we go. Beautiful. It does work. Good, good, good. Oh, that's not correct. Also doesn't seem to have /it here. Oh, it does. Let's just see if Search Console accepts this, because that's the important thing. It's not actually important that it looks weird. What's important is Search Console accepts it, right? So let's see. It probably won't. It does look weird. Oh, okay, beautiful. And then the last thing I like to do before I launch a website and send it over to the client is I just like to get a few of the key pages indexed. So we'll do that now. And this is something I'm probably going to be making some kind of SaaS, or maybe not SaaS, but just something for, in-house. Oh, this is incorrect because it needs to be /en. Is a tool that will kind of do this part for you. So you put it, you connect your Search Console, you connect Bing, whatever other search consoles you want to connect. Webmasters, and it does everything for you, right? It just goes. So instead of like going to, one of those SaaSes that gets things indexed in like a dodgy way, it just requests indexing for you automatically. That's something that I'm probably going to be working on fairly soon, because it would save us a lot of time and it would help us grow our clients a lot faster as well, etc., etc. So there's many good reasons to do that. So I like to just get the main pages indexed every time, just just as this is basics of SEO. If you're making websites and you're not doing this, in my opinion, you're not doing your job properly, unless you're not an SEO and you're literally just a web designer, in which case that's different, because this isn't part of your job. Although I would still do it personally, because I think it's important. Well, it is important. But yeah, this is pretty much the last part of the process. The website's now live. It's been sent to the client. Client's given approval. It's got all of the changes he asked me to make on it. The favicon is a little off, and there's other things as well that ideally we would like to tweak. But generally speaking, we're now done with this project. Overall, about 2 hours work for $500. Pretty damn good, if you ask me. I could have charged $1,500 for this website as well, maybe even more. Some people pay a lot more than that. It has, like I said before, 120 rankable pages on it. I'm actually gonna swap over to Italian, because I just realized that it's more of an Italian website, right? The likelihood of someone searching some of these terms in English in Italy is pretty low. But yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll keep people updated on this project. I'm curious to see how this does, to be honest with you. As you can see, overall, half an hour of recording. So it took me about an hour to do this overall. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you're watching all the way to the end of this video, you're an absolute legend. And we'll just see if it's indexed. It is. It's indexed already. Beautiful. It's literally just getting indexed instantly. You can see that. Sorry, I was supposed to do my outro there, but I got a little bit carried away. Is that indexed? No, okay. So it's getting pretty much indexed immediately. At least the English version is. It seems like the Italian version isn't necessarily getting as indexed as quickly, which is interesting. It might be because it's duplicate content. So it might actually just be worth getting the Italian version of everything indexed instead of the English version. Because this is an Italian website, it's .it, and it's an Italian-based business, etc. We'll just request this for indexing, and then we'll just check. I just want to see if this page is indexed, because if not, then okay, this one is. So yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching. If you're watching all the way to the end of this video, you're an absolute legend, and I'll see you very soon with some more content. Peace out.